Ebusiafo ne adɔfa for once you need subscribe na share na ma onua so de enye binti and all the latest updates in our system ko bia. Yes already in feeling chim ni enka de won chama. Edifa Reverend Ntim Fordjour achese na swan de din oma eye Ghana fo nyina adwen abɔ no so. Divert some attention be our circle nyuma pa mahamane na aban ne no trying to use cocaine and money laundering. Why did you from last week what they are GDR till now? Na man forecast na that Ben airport for na kasankasa momo hwe no the report beba because at least plane by no or money the first people on bait my day and inspect hu nieme kransa na other people na abem na ene on pay and I just say airport company for the air press statement our bonting the exposing Reverend Ntim Fordjour say ading niema o kan nyina nya no kre da sem na ahemuma so any kwanse so no so kra na as MP our sire a defense committee our swear an oath saving crampono war intelligence be crampa one farm to abontin. Now first of all the can busam rano so and was our babontin a tran to rasa account inti any answer so na or a very institutions among daily with this MP. Sechina yo say china one month no mon daily with him yankon nkwati mu njijimu after that no so no narcotic commission for ni be director AG no about wanting some actions being taken against him no yankon nkwati njijimu
is lecturer adjunct lecturer at Kesi University. Well taking us to 45 minutes past 8. And Nancy, you're reading that statement from a Ghana Post Company Limited before, which you are not a big fan of, but please read it for us because Ghana Post Company is a key. So two places you like to hear some responses from Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and Ghana Post Company Limited. They have actually issued a statement.
Okay, so this is the Ghana Airports Company Limited. The attention of the management of the Ghana Airports Company Limited has been drawn to media publications making false allegations concerning the involvement of Ghana Airports Company Limited officials in passing false information to one Reverend Ntim Fordjour, who has made allegations of drug trafficking regarding 2 aircraft landing at Kotoka International Airport some weeks ago. It is important to note that 1. Landing permits of all aircraft entering Ghana are issued by the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority in conjunction with the National Security and not Ghana Airport Company Limited. 2. All security checks were conducted by Aviation Security and National Security, while ground handling services were conducted by the Swiss Port Company for the aircraft that arrived.
Okay.
3. There was no evidence of any illegal substances on board both aircraft. 4. The managing director, Mrs. Yvonne Nana Efriye Opari, does not know or has never met or spoken to Reverend Ntim Fordjour. The onus is on the groups or individuals making false allegations to provide evidence of same.
Okay.
Ghana Airport Company Limited hereby serves notice that the company will not hesitate to seek legal redress against any media house, individual, or any other entity for any intentional or mischievous publication on Reverend Ntim Fordjour's false allegation and related matters that seek to bring the image of the company, its managing director, or the government into disrepute regarding the 2 aircraft. Discerning Ghanaians are entreated to disregard these fictitious and malicious allegations and publications and treat them with the contempt they deserve. So that is the statement.
Very interesting words. They are clear in your mind that these allegations, they said fictitious.
And malicious.
Malicious. So Reverend Ntim Fordjour went into his room, calculated. No, but definitely. Okay, so they said fictitious and malicious allegations that are being made. They said allegations are false. They've done the necessary checks and nothing of sort that Reverend is talking about was found. This is what we've been hearing for close to 2 weeks now.
Thank you very much.
In fact, I've done, what was it? We returned last week. We started work on a Wednesday, like this. First thing we did, Reverend. And the same things were said. These allegations are not true. At the time, the government was even ready to wait to gather information before Phyllis spoke the next day. Now you're saying that, okay, Phyllis said the flight came from here instead of there. That alone, and that is, he has made a mistake. How does that justify what you're saying? If I say that the car came from Choco, and then you find that the car actually came from Kasua, passed through Choco before coming here, how would that help you say that the car has something, that was carrying something illegal or not? How does that help it, darling? Why are you picking on minors?
When you claim that you have proof of what the aircrafts were carrying, yet you say you will not show them. I won't show you the proof, but I have it.
You say he has it.
I have it, but I will not show. And then now you are now calling on diplomatic call to come and help you to find proof, to find your proof, to find your proof that you say you have. Because as at now, any other thing aside the fact that the aircraft were really carrying drugs, or they came, that even that one car, the other day I was telling you that we should ask him, is it that they brought in the drugs or they came and picked the drugs from Ghana? Whichever it is, the aircraft were carrying drugs. Any conclusion that arrives at anything different from the fact that the aircraft were carrying drugs
is wrong.
You say that it is not true.
Wrong. Yeah.
Well, why?
Yeah, for him it is wrong.
Do we all have to leave everything that we are? See, as we are sitting here, government appointees, they are talking too much. They are making unnecessary noise, making, comments all over the place. I think they should relax. 3 months in office, they should relax. And all these things that we are wasting our time on Reverend Fordjour, instead of sitting them up and telling them that what they are doing and speaking to them, we are wasting airtime on Ntim Fordjour and ghost chasing.
Even Ntim Fordjour is seeking to extend his 30 minutes of fame. So his new strategy is that I have the evidence.
And we are here this morning. Ghana Airport Company, come and show us something. Are here coming to tell us. This whole statement is about some managing director somewhere. That is all I see in this statement.
Yeah. It looks like the statement is...
The statement is all about that woman, Yvonne something. That's the statement about. They were just trying to clear her. That's all. But the exact thing we want to hear from, you are here telling us that Reverend Ntim Fordjour is making mischievous and malicious statement. How many weeks? 3 weeks into it? 3 weeks into it, you are not coming to tell us this. And you read that, and the intent of this press statement is to clear that woman, make her look like, oh, she's not, that is the intent of this press statement. Why? That's why I told you that I don't want to read, but you say I should come and read.
No, it's come from Ghana Airports Company Limited.
Okay.
1 minute.
All right.
Let's go over the phone line and speak to one deputy, is it executive secretary or executive director for the Ghana Narcotics Control Commission, NACO. And I hope I got your position right.
Sorry?
Lion.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, please.
Great. So, Lion Alexander Chumberima is deputy, is it director general or executive director?
Deputy Director General, yeah.
Fantastic. For the Narcotics Control Commission. And thank you very much for speaking to us this morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He has been spending a lot of time, and I watched him on a few networks now, trying to address these issues that have been raised by Reverend Ntim Fordjour. Reverend Ntim Fordjour, who raised these issues. And like I said, we've spoken to you a couple of times on this. At this point, where are you with investigations?
Okay, so what I can say is that I know the National Security Coordinator is liaising with the needed agencies to take appropriate actions or to conduct the investigations. And I know there was a meeting yesterday, but I've not been briefed on it yet, so I can't speak directly to the issues as where they've gotten to.
But also realize you've also been expressing concern about the lack of cooperation from Reverend Ntim Fordjour. So far, have you gotten any cooperation at all from him?
Nothing. I mean, he's just going around talking, but he has not given any of the agencies any information that can lead to anything, which is what I found irresponsible. Because I wish that being or as a ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee, the reasonable thing to have done, if indeed you have picked some intelligence, was you have liaised with the appropriate agencies, give us the information that you have or the intel, so-called intel that you have, and we can follow up the intel and arrest where necessary. But what we keep having from him is he going around radio station to radio station or TV to TV or whatever you call it, and then giving out information in the air. The sad part is that, assuming you really want us to investigate and get these corporates arrested, the question is, do you think, having done this, fruitless exercise that you have taken, you think those people are still waiting for us to go and arrest them? Do you think they will still be lying on their beds waiting for us to come and arrest them? So it is just an unreasonable act that you did. Excuse my language, but that is the right way I can describe it.
I see.
Okay, that is not appropriate thing to have done.
But he keeps saying that he's not been invited.
It's not true. It's not true. He said already that even if you call me, you'll not come. He said it, didn't you? Yeah. And that is why I said yesterday that he is pushing us to the point that we are going to arrest him.
Arrest him for what exactly?
Oh, let's get there. When you get there, you depend on the reason why you have arrested him. Don't worry yourself.
Because
there are 1,001 offenses that you are not aware of.
Because at this point, he's been joined by his party, who are all engaged in saying that the new government, just 3 months old, that they've already started creating the environment for the trading in narcotics in Ghana.
It started under their time. It was in their time, 2022, that the British ambassador noted that Ghana is becoming a high place for narcotics. It was said in the year 2022, around June or so, or July. So it was not in our time. That is why it got to a point that they were even hiding cocaine issues that they were intercepting. They were not willing to let Ghanaians know how and where they were getting it from. That's what they were doing. They were covering it. We are exposing those who are involved in this illicit acts as a confirmation that we are in a position to expose them and then put them before the law. That's why you are hearing this. Since you took office, Senator, you've discussed or we've spoken about this. I think this is about the third or fourth time we are talking about cocaine issues. And it's all, the earlier conversations have all been on grounds that you have arrested 1 or 2 people that you are getting to know much about it. So that tells you that we are working. That tells you that we are working. That is why we are exposing everything that we are doing to the general public. When you arrest, you let them know. When there's an intel, we don't tell Ghanaians. Because you are working with the intel to get some people, to get the corporates or those who are involved. But if it's not an intel, if it's an actual thing and someone has been arrested, those that we arrest, we put them in the news. You heard of the Nigerian National, you've heard of the British National, among others. The Central Region one that we arrested, you've heard it. We are not hiding anything. But the question that any reasonable person will ask is that, did those quantum of cocaine come into Ghana just 2 days ago or 3 days ago or yesterday? No. It tells you that they were here, even under their term. But now, they are finding ways and means to bring them out, and we are chasing them. Our interns are working so hard that we are arresting them. those selling opioids and so on and so forth. We are getting them. Not less than a week ago, we dispatched a team from Accra to the west to one of the regions to go and arrest someone that our intel had that he was selling these opioids in a pharmacy shop or chemical shop or something. We went and picked the seller or the attendant alongside the shop owner and brought them to Accra to come and detain them. They are pending court. Okay? So we are not sleeping on our jobs. We are appointed to come and work. And that is exactly what we are doing or we are going to do. Nothing more, nothing less. If you keep on doing whoever person think that he has anything reasonable to let us know, bring it to the appropriate quarters. But if you decide to choose a different forum for your matters, you are just going to muddy your own waters.
Now, let's go back to, and of course, I realize that you are addressing the issue of them saying that you have not been transparent in terms of the busts and that you've not been putting out as much information as required in the public domain. But I realize you just addressed that. But let's go back to the issue of the 2 aircraft. Without the help of Ntim Fordjour and him providing the information that the evidence that he now claims he has, what have you found? Have you found anything untoward in terms of those aircrafts coming to Ghana and leaving?
No. There's nothing untoward. In fact, the day that even the search was conducted on the aircraft, I was there.
At this point, many nice just on an air banner already airport letter no. Many ya dream. Because a ban is saying NOB statement keke. It's my trino back and forth. All the social media, all radio stations, TV stations. Ya kasa till now. Aden. Scandals been a kufado nkrofo amiki. And no great chasing. Nini power kasa without evidence. Nipa no what kinds of make baby and yamane kosu because of moon who's a side or a seminko. Now say a year real institution now no CSA on the Wakana dream. Investigation. The investigation whole result about now we say what kind keke now we need evidence or more for evidence in brown. Osase the more can entro. Now you have the evidence. For evidence in Ebra was a main farm but this what you me for office. Mwa mwe near me course na say arrest in Ebano, mama a year or no so asem kwa na bekra no. Abuji na po. Ono actual command diplomatic for say omumbrem no mbehwe asem ni bi emmo no mombo. Meanwhile also evidence. Now all this MP under your tenor, under your ministry where then. She near mass scandals a course of Ntim Yamshi. She said in soon in say under your tenor. Ni ma boni amoye no went man solve it. And will be trying to see pay a statement airport for the abano say entro. Be can sim who say. Now was say defend say diplomatic people on bed and beke be more. Do you think someone need the modumaye? Now said the amount for Kano is it Kasana doors? Kasana doors too much. And no crack, and then no crack, and then no crack, and then no crack a dozen. And no crack. Actions been a mutiki. Because there are some people more cassette. If says I breathe no, there is no arrest. It means say in Yamana. Papa king a bear say monocrabia than Eshe baby. Because as we speak now, my journal or radio station from radio station, TV station to TV stations, and a near ma on no who is or one or have the evidence in the matter for the Sofusu catch the binding on any no cray. Ye then ye all and so yam famba, mobile phrase so I am ba, ye barber resting ye chiching, witch hunting, so ye track command diplomatic people. Nanka mo jana sama, muman in casa because there are a lot of things or you people can discuss. A whole lot of things or you people can discuss. Because ministry a whole do our and a cry some Georgia they are betum say a registration of SIM card and no crampono ye ban online. Send a baby to me a ready secure because this one. These are the important things I was here discussing more. You levy a few yan discuss it. Yeah, betting tax a few yan discuss it. And these people know a peep and you may be pushing and no more create attention. Meanwhile, there are a lot of good things that koso. A year Church Republic President wa on a GM Ashia Omedin Komo Akugu Anko baby. Na dear Nipano ain't shed any evidence. A month for Eddie Omo airtime. Discuss Sabri. So what's your nonsense? I'm not gonna. Those are more appointments. A president now. Idea momo. I'm crying a mass some near ways. Because he's speaking, president and I can't send back one can be more. It's up to the various institutions now a bomb within or modumano. So we good board. See you are same way and found. Because one can national security for one can narcotic people no. One can call for institutions are hold door GM cars or more shares and one can. So this case and found. Oh, our Greek sectors animal and found. So as you speak, yeah, call all those appointees for say, Omunjai this case no munjai ma the various institutions now, Omun else deal with this matter. Because if you continue to do this now, and my nipano is still relevant for so long. Meanwhile, no, you can say irrelevant because in some no can no because only evidence. Omo betete musa back and forth betete musa because omunim say my papa na more so man for be antuma. Everyone more conform more because already no gap ne down no. And 4 years kicking the debate closes our gap no. A bit take many years and some more closes our gap no. So near mom bit him the closes our gap no. False allegation. It's up to the air government say obey delay with false allegations any disinformation. Says if certain happen then I'm running say arrest, punishment, ben or now there are many persons and be a best city, some hindrance, some uncle for more planning, some also bedding a bit take a year at the end. I'm gonna go a buying hoofing. Subscribe, share, pneumonia, so you didn't be for once.